I have 5 questions for you, bro.
Let's go.
And these are questions that have popped in my mind, and these are questions that have been put out there through, like the comments and stuff, bro. You know what I mean? So let's start off like that. This is a 2-part question, brother.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So what I want to ask you is, how do you feel about the skeptics bashing you for supposedly breaking a code of silence? This is the second part of the question. Why do you take the risk of telling your story with so many wolves in the dark staring right at you?
Repeat that one more time.
Okay.
The first part.
The first part. How do you feel about all the skeptics bashing you? And not all, because there's the good and the bad, bro.
Correct.
You know what I mean? For supposedly breaking a code of silence, bro.
Well, I mean, to that, like I said, everybody's entitled to their opinion. You know what I mean? I mean, I know what I've been through. I know what I lived. I know those that I've, not to say like in an army situation, but those that I've served along the lines with, you know what I mean? That I've really been frontline with, that know who I am, not only as shooter, but as Michael, as a convict, as a camarada, student, stuff like that, that know me. So those that feel that they could comment on my situation, that's fine. If you guys don't believe the story, that's up to you. I'm not here to make you believe it. I'm just here to tell how I lived it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So in that aspect, like for those that doubt me, that's fine. You know what I mean? If you're in this lifestyle, eventually we all meet up. Hopefully we don't, but eventually we all meet up in prison, or we all meet back together. And your opinion and all that, you're more entitled to tell me to my face. And that's how I feel. But as far as people coming on the internet, that's fine. Dudes have been 20 years in the shoe, did this, did that. Hey, kudos to you, my boy. Saludos for you guys that did that and lived that lifestyle. I haven't lived what you lived, and you sure as hell haven't lived what I lived. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to sit here and bash what you've been through or try to say that it's not true. But like I told you, there's documentation on this. So those that do doubt me or skeptics like that, they're more than welcome to see it. You know what I mean? And read it for themselves.
Yeah.
Second part.
The second part is, why do you take the risk of telling your story? I guess it's kind of like a combination of the same question, bro.
Okay. Well,
you kind of, so the second part of the question is, you're kind of putting yourself out there, bro.
Right.
So not everybody is willing to put themselves out there the way you are, bro. So is this, what separates you from the others? You're willing to take the risk.
Well, I'm going to say it like this.
Or is it a risk?
I don't think it's a risk.
Okay.
But my story is not only my story. I'm also telling my story with those that were there with me, that don't have a voice, that are still in the penitentiary, or that are doing things where they don't feel they can. So I chose to tell my story, my version of events that I went through that affected me through my prison term, through the hunger strike, through all that, everything that I developed through there, everything I lost, gained back. But everybody that was there with me went through that same struggle that I'm telling. So, just because I don't mention any names, or I don't, shout out to solid men and camaradas in there, does not mean that I'm not telling their story for them. So that's how I feel. But I'm not taking no risk, because I'm not breaking any code. I don't feel like I'm breaking any code. And if I did, individuals would get at me.
Yeah.
And that would be end of that. I would shut shit down immediately, because that's just the way it is, bro. And that's how I live my life. You know what I mean? So for those that ask that question, or, commenters, whatever the case may be, there's your answer.
Hey, I respect that, my G. All right. So third question.
Okay.
Do you worry about law enforcement watching these interviews?
Yes. As far as worry, no, because I'm navigating the parameters. So there's nothing that can incriminate me. I mean, there's those that might look at it that are normal society above, I would say normalcy, that would look at me and be like, this dude's a fucking killer. He doesn't deserve to be out here, and the shit I've been through. But then again, if they might get a chance to watch the whole thing instead of focusing on one segment, they would see that I have progressed and I have transitioned into a better person. And, even though that stuff still is, in my immediate atmosphere around me, I'm still a better man for it. You know what I mean? I'm living my life. I've been out here a solid year. You know what I mean? And that goes to show. And I've heard stories of homies that, and they're proud of it. I lasted 3 days. I lasted a fucking day. And, you know, they're back with murder or they're back with that. And you know, I lived through that shit for years hearing that story. I always said it wasn't going to be me. But, you know, later on in the story, I'll say how that ended up being me. So,
yeah, no. Good shit. Good shit. You know what's funny, bro, is speaking on dudes that, like, I don't know how many times before I've been in the pen, bro.
Yeah. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
And it's like, bro, homie just paroled.
Just parole, bro.
And here we are sitting on the yard 6 months, a year later, and all of a sudden, look who's getting off the motherfucking bus, homie.
The same yard.
We're like, my boy, what the fuck happened?
You hear it?
Hey, dog, I got off the Greyhound, homie. I didn't even make it home, dog.
Been in county for a year fighting this shit.
Yeah,
like, oh, no.
Like they fucking fought a case. They went through fucking county. They fucking went to reception, homie. Caught the bus back to the same fucking yard, dog.
Hey, you know,
what I
not
mean?
to be selfish though, but when you're doing it a long time and you see those individuals come back, they're solid homies. So you're like, you're not happy to see them, but you're like, you embrace them. Like, man, what's up, dog? What the fuck happened? Like, come here, man. You know, you hit them like that, but it's not. I mean, honestly, my situation is embarrassing, bro. Like but we'll get later on into that.
You know what's funny, dog? It's like, all right, homie, good. I mean, it's fucked up. You're back, homie. You're a fucking idiot, you know. But you ain't getting your shoes back, homie. You're not getting your TV back, bro. Get the fuck out. Hey, homie, I'm gonna need my TV back, dog. Like, nah, bro. You know what I mean? Nah, that was last term that it belonged to you, homie.
You moving my cell and watch your TV.
Yeah, that's crazy, bro. Homies are the, like, I love the homies, dog, but we gotta be the wackiest dudes on planet, bro. The craziest motherfuckers, dog. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Bro. But so check it out, bro. This is my 5th question to you, my boy. Okay.
No, you got 4. I think that
was the first one was a 2-part question.
Oh, okay, 2-part, gotcha.
Yeah. So this is number 5. You know what I mean? Last but not least.
Okay.
COVID-19. What are your thoughts?
Fuck. I mean, I don't know. I ain't trying to buy into. That's a touch, man. That's like a political touchy subject right there, because you know you got conspiracy theories, you got all that shit. Me, I ain't sick yet. None of my family's sick. We've been doing everything that I guess they want us to do to stay healthy and all that, you know. But I know the flu kills more people than coronavirus, and they're saying this shit's gonna be a season, so it's gonna be the flu season and coronavirus season. So it's like I don't know, bro. I'm just gonna do what they say to do, and hopefully, you know what I mean. I'm good.
So check it out, bro. I hear what you're saying. I mean, there's always politics involved and everything, and then you got all the conspiracy theorists, dog.
Yeah, talking about 5G and all that shit.
Yeah, talking about the 5G and whoop de whoop whoop. You know what I mean? But let me throw a couple things at you real quick.
Gotcha.
All right, let me throw. So me, these days. This chapter I am in my life, I like to fact check, dog. You know what I mean? You know, and I'll go down these wormholes of YouTube and news media outlets, dog. You know what I mean? And I read the articles, bro. You know what I mean? So shout out to my boy Brown Lucci. My boy Brown Lucci shot this article to me. It was actually on YouTube. It says so in Ecuador, Ecuador is passing out cardboard coffins, bro.
Oh, because all the dead bodies?
Dead bodies are laying in the streets. In Ecuador, it's a third world country, mind you. It's a third world country. Yeah, it's a third world country, mind you, but still, my boy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Families are keeping their loved ones in the house up to like a week, bro.
Yeah, they're going through it.
While they're dead, bro. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because it's a third world country. There's not enough resources out there, dog. I mean, in all third world countries, there's not enough resources. The political structure is, it's not made the way ours is. You know what I mean? So,
especially in South America.
Yeah, exactly. So on that note, when a plague like this comes along, I'm going to call it a plague, bro, because there's not a cure for it right now.
No, there's not.
There's not a cure for it, dog. I mean, so when something like this comes along, bro, you know what I mean? These are the type of stories you hear. And Donald Trump always talks about fake news. You know what I mean? And yeah, there can be one thing that can possibly be fake news because one news outlet is pushing this whatever the information out that can be possibly fake. which they call it fake news sometimes. But when you find this happening in every fucking country, homie, deaths, homie, in New York, bro.
I was about to say that one, the one where they buried the dead bodies.
The mass grave site.
Yeah.
And you know why it's a mass grave site?
Why?
Because they're unclaimed
bodies.
They're
unclaimed. They're like,
yeah, they're John Does.
I think, look, the only fucked up thing that's really fucked up about this, that if you get quarantined in a hospital with coronavirus, you cannot have your family there. So if you die, you have nobody by your bedside but the nurses and the doctors are right there. And I'm saying this because I went to the hospital like 3 weeks ago with a stomach bug.
Yeah.
And they didn't let my wife in. And dude, when I went in there, like I felt like alone. I felt like, man, I was like, I was going through it. I had the cold sweats.
Wait, when did you go to the hospital?
About 3 weeks ago.
Oh, 3 weeks ago.
Yeah. I had the stomach bug. I ended up having like a little stomach bug. So it was like almost like the stomach flu, but not severe. Not that severe.
Are you good now, bro?
Oh, I'm straight, man. I'm straight. Okay. That shit passed.
Don't be bringing that shit up.
So when I got there, right, I'm sweating. I'm like, I'm sweating like balls, bro.
Yeah.
So the first thing they do is they check my temperature with a roll on. They're like, oh, you ain't got a temperature. And I'm like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, all right, but I'm just throwing up profusely.
You ate something bad.
Yeah. I don't know what the fuck I ate, but I couldn't stop throwing up. So I knew I had to go to the hospital. So we went to White Memorial. I live in East LA. So we went to White Memorial and I got hot because I'm going through it. I'm fucking feeling like shit. I'm fucking got the cold sweats. And I walk in there and the first thing she says to my wife is, hey, no, she can't come. And I was like, man, fuck you.